Hello friends, Kate Smith Course here. I'm a Reiki Master and a Tarot Intuitive, and this is my weekly energy reading. So starting approximately May 16th until the end of the week, maybe the 22nd-ish, I'm going to be talking about the energies that the collective might be experiencing at this time. Any messages that I have channeled, any divine downloads that I've picked up recently, I'm going to be sharing those with you, maybe to help you prepare for different things that you might experience in your week ahead. So first of all, I wanted to talk about some oracle cards that I pulled. And I think that they are really linking up to what we just experienced with this past weekend. We experienced the lunar eclipse. The moon was in the sign of Scorpio. So that's a water sign. There were probably a lot of emotions coming to the surface to be released. So if you found yourself getting emotional, maybe things that you had buried a little bit deep, Scorpio is about that death and rebirth energy. So especially with the moon transitioning into Sagittarius Monday, Tuesday, I think Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I believe that's the right dates. Sagittarius is a fire sign. So you might have found yourself having those emotions bubble up to the surface, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe there was some type of conversation, maybe a little bit fiery, but it's this emotional processing. It's this departure of the trauma that we were stuck in, the stories of the trauma that we've been telling ourselves for a long time. Now it's a time to get honest with reality. So how are you becoming more honest with your reality? There's a lot of healing that's being done. A lot of processing that's being done that's really, really needed to bump your soul and your energy to the next level. So the first card that I wanted to talk about is healing, and this is from the Fairies Oracle. And it says, now is a time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others. Yes, even you. And some of this, I would say that this definitely comes with prayer. So I made a post about this, but there's a book called The Power of Eight, and it's about group intention setting, and that how when there's a group of people putting out these positive vibes, these healing energies, these prayers for the hopes of trying to heal somebody else or have growth in this person's life, those beautiful thoughts, feelings, expressions of love are reciprocated back. And most of those people see growth in their own lives. Things that they were trying to manifest come to fruition in their own lives. Without knowing that that was going to happen, the whole intention was to try to heal somebody else, to help somebody else. So I really feel like putting in the time to, whether it be at night or in the morning, whatever, a prayer is simply speaking out into the universe, asking for help, asking for assistance, asking for the divine to send down their guidance, their help for a person or a situation. And so with this full moon, my ritual was watching some of it, but then also holding space for the fact that this is darkness coming in. You know, the eclipse was the moon going dark and then transitioning into this blood red color. And so while it was going dark, I was saying prayers for anybody and everybody that I could think of to try to put that out into the universe. Please allow them to release anything that is holding them back from accomplishing these things that they want to succeed in their lives, etc. So there's a lot of healing that needs to be done, not only for yourself, but you can also give healing by saying prayers for other people and to hold space for other people if they're going through some hard times. And I also have stargazing. I love this card. It says, when you gaze at the stars, you give yourself fairy focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. So I have pulled a couple cards, or a couple of cards have kind of shown themselves as I was shuffling the deck, linked to intuition. And so some of you might have heightened intuition at this time. Scorpios are very intuitive. So we're transitioning out of that energy, but we still maintain it. There's still this part of us where through the things that we were releasing, we might have this heightened sense of intuition, and to continue to follow maybe astrological patterns, or maybe you look at certain constellations or stars, and through their journey, you might be going on an inner journey yourself. You might just be looking up to the sky to feel at home, asking for wisdom by looking at the stars themselves. I think that's absolutely beautiful. All right, so let me check my notes to see if there's anything else. Okay, so I would say that this even goes into the thoughts and the feelings that we carry with us in our lives kind of show up in our physical reality as well. So if we have more of a negative or pessimistic mindset, probably more of the negative, pessimistic things will be coming to fruition. So trying our best through these emotions to say, you know what, no matter what, I'm coming out stronger. If this is not a blessing, it's a lesson. What can I learn from this? How can I release those traumas? What was the lesson in this? As hard as it can be to dig deep, because some traumas are really, really tough. But digging in, what have I learned from this? Because there's always something that we have learned from the situations that we've been in, always. Okay, a couple other oracle cards. This is from the Keepers of the Light deck. This is one of my newer decks by Kyle Gray. Saint Germain, karma releasing. Huge. I think that there's a huge release of karma happening this week, especially linked to family patterns. And we will talk more about that as well. This says move beyond drama. So if you need me to say that again, I will. Move beyond the drama. Create your own path. Make room for good energy. So if there are lots of people around you at this time who are maybe acting or saying things in a very dramatic way, and you just don't have the time or patience for it, move beyond it. And that's another one of those things where you can send them that healing energy that they might need at this time to help them move beyond that. This might be a family pattern that they need to be releasing at this time. So create your own path. Just because somebody else has certain thoughts, feelings, emotions about how you should be living your life does not mean that you have to fall in line with that. You create your own story. I've been talking about this the last couple of weeks. You create your story. You create your own path. And even though others might not agree with it, it's your story to tell, not theirs. So then we also have Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. Grace. I love that. My daughter's middle name is Grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. So I feel like the more love you put out, the more love you will be receiving. Your angels are with you. Ask for help. Ask for help. I will say that over and over again throughout my entire life. Ask for help and you will receive it. Share your gifts with grace. So not everybody is going to be open to the gifts that you are giving. We don't have to put it out into the universe. I'm praying for you. We don't have to say that. We can just do it. So that's a reminder for some of us as well. Okay, talking about some of the tarot cards that I pulled. Interesting. I have the Ace of Pentacles. And to go along with that, I also have the Nine of Pentacles. This is gorgeous energy, especially linked to your abundance and your wealth. This could be a gift of abundance, a physical, material gift coming in, or a situation that leads to more abundance. This is you taking a step back, relaxing, looking at your beautiful garden. She's sitting there with her glass of wine, reading a book. So take some time to what's the word that I'm looking for? To just take a moment for yourself. I will say that because you've worked hard to get to where you are. You've done a lot of emotional processing, but you've done a lot of physical work as well. So take some much needed rest, but also be looking for these beautiful gifts of abundance, especially if it's something that you've been working on manifesting. That might be coming in for you this week or the next couple weeks. We also have Temperance, which is number 14, which in numerology condenses to the number 5. And when I think about the number 5, I think about change. and change can be difficult. Sometimes change can be unwanted at that moment, but very much needed. So I would say with this Temperance card, the main message that I'm getting is to get yourself in balance as much as possible. I love this because on this side there's cupcakes and a cocktail, and then on this side there's the veggies and the book, and there's like a laptop over here. So balancing the technology with like the learning, the physical, you know what I'm talking about. Balancing the maybe not so healthy with the healthy. But also balancing our emotions, balancing our temper. If we're feeling triggered by something, how can we, what's she doing? She's meditating, she's doing yoga, she's kind of going within, you know. She has one eye open and one eye closed, which means that she's aware of what's going on around her, but she's doing her best to try to not let it affect her so much. So I think that definitely goes along with our Saint Germain card, move beyond drama. Create your own path. Make room for good energy. If you start to feel the negative things coming in, say, what can I do to positively move myself forward right now? Can I do some meditation, mindfulness activities, yoga? Can I eat some healthy foods to boost up my energy in a positive way? Along with that, there's the 10 of Swords. So there may be a difficult conversation coming in. This could also be emotional overwhelm. So there's the potential for that as well. If you are not allowing your emotions to be processed at this time, if you are having a difficult time with conversations that might have come up, allow yourself grace. Allow yourself some grace. Say, I'm not perfect. Recognize nobody's perfect. Be gentle with yourself to avoid this emotional overwhelm. Okay? And if you don't feel like you can handle yourself, if you feel like you're going to go over the top or not be able to regulate your emotions or not be able to mentally shut down or shut out other people through a conversation that might be had, then maybe hold off for a minute. Allow yourself to get centered, get your thoughts, feelings, emotions together, and then proceed. Okay, so I have 2 more cards that I want to talk about, which I absolutely love this deck, the Priestess of Light. And we have, the first card that I want to talk about is number 4, Summoning Power, Instinct, Intellect, and Control. She looks very controlled, holding up that antler there. So what this says is, this priestess of the night is summoning the power of the full moon and channeling it to the wild wolves beside her. She is calm and in control. The wolves stand at attention with the energy of quiet strength resonating from above. So I'm going to pick that card up and show it to you again. I love the wolves over there. This card is telling you that you have far more power than you realize. There may be something in your life, perhaps a relationship or a recent challenge, that you have felt powerless to handle. If so, it's time to focus your own intellect and instinct on the issue at hand. Then muster the courage to take the necessary action. It may also be the time to harness the unhealthy personal patterns that you have left unchecked. So we just talked about that with the Temperance card. It's all about the balance. Indulgences and addictions might seem to have had the upper hand, but your wild impulses can absolutely be tamed. Remain peaceful but persistent in this noble pursuit of self-honoring and self-control. This can also come with, some people, I say, have no stop signs in their brain. They word vomit. They say things without even realizing that they're going to be affecting or hurting somebody that they're saying it to. So just be mindful of the things that you say and how they're affecting other people, how putting that energy out into the universe is ultimately coming back and going to affect you as well. Okay. Be honest about your ability to prioritize your higher needs. When you summon the quiet yet powerful light of your soul, your intuitive strength becomes a central force in your own life and a resonant voice in the world. Affirmation: I am strong and self-directed. I bring my inner power to every area of my life. I love that affirmation. You can write it down and use it if you want to. Affirmation: I am strong and self-directed. I bring my inner power to every area of my life. Love that. Last card that I want to talk about, courage. I love the Lion Leo energy. I truly do. It says strength, fierceness, and family. So the lion looks ahead to the time before him with a tranquil courage, ready for anything. He reveals that an important event is on the horizon for you. That's exciting, sometimes a little bit scary because who knows what that event may be. A situation may require that you summon up your courage and perhaps even take a few risks. The lion is known as the king of beasts because of his mighty roar and regality. This situation facing you may involve direct action or strong communication of some sort. You must have the courage to express your truth and make your desires known, and to take action on your own behalf, no matter what or whom you're dealing with. So, again, you write your own path. No matter who you're talking to or dealing with, remember that. You write your own path. The word courage comes from the French word for heart. This card is telling you that even if you have felt uncertain or frightened in the past, you now have the strength of heart to face your life with self-actualized clarity. Whether it's regarding a relationship or a situation at work or at home, the action you engage in or expression of your truth now will be blessed by the purity of your own divine heart. You are blessed at this time. The lion is a social animal that lives in family groups, so on a practical level, this card may be sending you a message regarding that experience. You may need to care for a family member or encourage them to take greater care for themselves. A new member of the family may also be coming your way. The affirmation for this is, I bring the courage of my soul to all the issues in my life. I stand in my true power now and always. I'll say that one more time because that's a good one. I bring the courage of my soul to all the issues of my life. I stand in my true power now and always. So I believe that those messages for this week ahead are absolutely beautiful. I hope that you enjoyed them too. Please leave a comment below of, what should we do? Maybe 3 lion emojis, because we are owning our own power. We are being fierce and in control. We are getting rid of the drama and stepping into our own power. So those are the messages for this week. Leave 3 lion emojis down below if you made it to the end of the video. If you'd like to schedule a personal reading, since this is a collective, then you can schedule on www.crystallizewithkate.com. I hope you have a beautiful week ahead, and I will be seeing you guys later. Bye.